We all know that uneasy feeling of walking through a stranger's house that's just been put up for sale, but this man had no idea that during his open house tour, something truly unsettling would send him and the realtor straight out the front door.
So, that's the house literally across the street from my house. I've dubbed it the demon house at this point.
According to Joseph, the moment he stepped inside, he already felt that something about the place was off. But if only he knew what was waiting for him in the next room. While he tours the space, this is what gets captured. Take a look.
Gives it a little character. That's what I like to say.
How long has this house been up on the market? You ready?
Hell no. Sorry.
No, I'm not tripping that. No, cause
Oh.
I thought I was at
open here or something, man.
Nah.
That's not normal.
That gotta be a mouse or something.
Okay.
Oh, nah.
As if a mirror moving on its own wasn't creepy enough, a closet door suddenly swings open. But what's truly disturbing is that you can clearly see the doorknob twist all by itself before the door opens.
Okay.
Oh, nah.
With what looks like something tapping on the mirror, they knew right then that they had to get out. But if you didn't catch it, there was something else Joseph had recorded earlier, and it wasn't until a viewer saw his video and messaged him about it that he got seriously unnerved. In a short follow-up video, Joseph says this.
The family that used to live in that house saw my video. They hit me up, sent me a DM, and said that it brought back all these memories for them, right? And that was one of the reasons why they moved out. They start telling me about their son. They said that their son was seeing what he described as the fuzzy man. The name alone, I'm like, fuzzy man, but he's a kid, you know? He's going to describe what he sees. He wasn't just seeing him out and about. He kept seeing him in the mirrors.
During that tour, Joseph also recorded several mirrors that were covered up with blankets. Although he didn't think much of them at first, he now believes this was the family's attempt to keep their son from seeing whatever kept popping up in those mirrors. Now, of course, there could be plenty of ordinary reasons for that, but living right across the street, he's seen a few things that suggest the family wanted nothing to do with those mirrors. After all, most of them were left behind. But while going back through some old recordings from his security camera, he notices this. Watch closely. It gives the impression that either someone or something appears inside this empty house. To Joseph, that made no sense at all, considering the family had already moved out. Maybe, as he first assumed, it could have been a squatter, but after watching how it drifted from one end of the house to the other, something told him this was anything but a person.
What can move from the kitchen to the living room in under a second.
Joseph immediately thought back to the story the family told him about the figure their son kept seeing in the mirrors. He can't say for sure that this is the so-called fuzzy man, but he has noticed something curious about the figure. In 2 other videos, this same silhouette shows up again. What's strange is that in all 3 recordings, it appears at roughly the same time. It's always around 8 p.m., which is exactly when the timer switches on the lights.
At any moment now, these lights should be cutting on. Yep.
Knowing that, Joseph has been trying to get an up-close look at the figure by recording right when the timer kicks in.
Out. I mean, for the most part, hey, there's a number if anybody wants a haunted house.
After multiple attempts at getting closer to this figure, he finally gets this.
Alright, so this light right here just cut on, right? Now, mind you, these lights are on a timer and they come on at 8 o'clock. Look at the sun, y'all. It's not 8 o'clock. Now, I came over here earlier, right? Tell me if y'all see. Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Alright, so this is what we're gonna do then. We're gonna go around the back. We're gonna go to the back of this house so that y'all can see that there ain't no tree, no nothing. Nothing casting a shadow. Bro, am I tripping? Oh my God. Bro, are you kidding me? Oh!
While you're looking at what appears to be a silhouette behind this window, one of the slats on the blinds begins to move. They open up before suddenly snapping shut, almost as if someone was peeking through. But then, out of nowhere, a dark figure rushes past, scaring the living daylights out of Joseph. He couldn't tell exactly what it was that crossed the frame, but he knew something dark had just scurried by.
Oh!
But it wasn't until he replayed that moment and went back through the older footage from his security camera that it finally clicked. This might have been the same shadow-like figure from those earlier recordings. Seeing how fast it moved, it wouldn't be a reach to say the two are one and the same. However, like most videos on this channel, I'll leave that up to you to decide. What he is sure about is that this house isn't getting his signature. To this day, he still has no idea what's going on in there. Brandon owns the house that's being renovated, and it was the electrician he hired who quit on him out of nowhere. So he went over to check the work himself, and in the basement, he found out exactly why the guy walked away.
Okay, coming out to this job, the general contractor had an electrician, but he did quit for some reason. Apparently there was some damage down here. They have all the walls open up for us. There's a lot of knob of tubes, so I don't really know what the other electrician did. Yeah, there's quite a bit still. The bathroom, everything's just hanging out. It looks like he did this bedroom, did a little rewire. There's some damage up in the attic too. So he did some rewiring up there, which is nice. A lot easier for us. So there's this pancake light. This wraps back into the living room. So it's one big circle. I gotta go downstairs and check the panel, make sure everything's off and he did everything right. So, kitchen looks pretty good. They didn't really tell me where to go. Just, oh, that's the back door. It's the pantry. Okay. Jeez Louise. So this also is all open up for us right here. They have some bad wiring that we have to take care of. That can't be exposed like that. Let's head downstairs. Okay, there is a lot of water. Should tell the customer about that. Some exposed wire here too. Okay, so let's go take a look at the panel over here. Looks pretty good. Newer panel. Okay. Okay, got. What the fuck was that? Dude, hello? Hello? Oh, hell no!
While Brandon was inspecting the electrical panel, 3 loud footsteps suddenly ring out on the floor above him. Each one lands heavy and firm, as if whatever is up there wants to make it clear that Brandon isn't alone. Startled, he turned and ran for the stairs. But just as he looked up toward the door, it slammed shut right in front of him. Terrified, Brandon bolted up the steps and left the house on the spot. So if he really was the only person in there, who or what walked across that floor and slammed that door? We all hate finding water where it shouldn't be, but a woman named Grace is panicking over something far worse upstairs in her grandparents' house.
What's going on here is that, so with the storm going on, this part of the house has been flooding.
According to Grace, this puddle is coming from a leak inside the attic space above. But it isn't the leak or the water damage that has her worried. What's bothering her is the attic space itself.
That specific cubby that I showed you guys in the video, that one, it would always be shut off.
That attic has been sealed off for 3 years, and nobody knew what was inside it except for Grace's grandfather, who passed away shortly after sealing it up. But as 2 repairmen feed a special camera through the wall, it records something that leaves everyone in that house creeped out. Watch closely.
It might be a bigger problem, so.
If you guys open it, let's see.
Turns out her grandpa had stashed away an expensive dollhouse from his collection in there, but apparently that wasn't the only thing inside, because right as the camera pans back to a corner that was empty a second earlier, this is what shows up.
Frame by frame, back and forth, because I think you're able to tell that there's like a little thing that happened.
Whatever this is just seems to stand there before dashing past the camera. If nothing was there at first, then what could that possibly have been? While it's unknown what this was, another baffling detail is still unexplained, and it has to do with this door.
Like, I don't know if you guys can tell very well in the video. Like, let's say this is the door, right? It goes like...
From popping open to drifting slowly, as if something is standing right behind it, the door's movement seems unlikely to have come from a small draft. But just as mysterious as those two occurrences is the placement of the dollhouse itself. Neither Grace nor her grandma has any clue why her late grandpa put it up there, let alone why he sealed the whole space shut.
Like, my grandpa shut it off. It would always be shut off. Like, over the years, we've just placed decoration to mix it with a wall.
You can't help but wonder if the reason has something to do with this strange activity. Could it be that the grandfather already knew something was wrong with this house? Or was he simply trying to protect an antique by keeping it somewhere safe? Whatever the case, the family doesn't plan on opening that space until they know how to do it without tearing up the wall. But until then, the mystery of the dollhouse continues. A draft, a family secret, or something more sinister. Sebrum has been living in his new house for almost a year now. Shortly after moving in, he started noticing strange things. Objects moving on their own, banging, unexplainable sounds. What was most unsettling was that all of it seemed concentrated in the shed out in his backyard. At first, he tried to tell himself it was all in his head, but once he started recording these things on his phone, an explanation got a lot harder to find.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I've been trying to relax on my day off, but ever since the news of earlier, it's been a little bit difficult. So, decided I just want to come outside and enjoy my backyard for a little bit, enjoy my rent, as I like to put it. And just let y'all know what's going to be happening with the page going forward. Oh no. Here's something I didn't tell you guys. A lot of y'all have been saying, be careful because these things can follow you home. I don't know if anything followed me home or if it followed me to work. I'm shaking. Before we go in there, I want y'all to know that that's not the first time this has happened. It's just been a while since it's happened. Okay. Yeah, y'all going first. I hate coming in here. I swear to you, it's always like the worst thing. Keeping the door open this time. Am I closing it behind me? Yeah, how about that? Oh my God!
Although all of this unsettled Seabram, at least he could take some comfort in knowing the activity seemed limited to that shed. And as long as it stayed away from the house itself, he could live with it. But that relief didn't last long.
I apologize for how I look right now. I was trying to record another video for you guys, and while I was trying to record it, this happened. I'm going to teach you how to live your life in just 3 easy steps. I swear to you, that bathroom light just turned on. I didn't turn it on.
Whatever was behind the strange activity in the shed seems to have made its way into Sebram's house. His heart raced as he realized that whatever this presence was, it had walked into the one place where he still felt safe. From that moment on, he started living in constant tension, looking over his shoulder, unable to shake the feeling that something was standing right behind him. Not knowing what else to do, Sebram decided to document everything he could, installing security cameras both inside and outside the house. One night, while Sebram was sitting by the fire pit in his backyard listening to music, he doesn't notice what's happening behind him. Without warning, the shed door swings open, as if something invisible had shoved it hard. Moments later, it closes again on its own, with nobody anywhere near it. As unsettling as that was, at least it was still happening outside the house. But this is where things get even creepier, because what his cameras caught next is far worse. While Sebram was fast asleep, the door of an empty room starts opening and closing on its own. But it wasn't the door that made his blood run cold when he reviewed the footage. It was what appeared in the hallway. Out of nowhere, a dark figure crosses the hallway fast, before vanishing into thin air. Despite how translucent it looks, the figure appears unusually tall, with a clearly defined humanoid shape. This was the last thing Sebram expected to find, and it left him wondering whether he had finally captured whatever has been tormenting him all this time. Now the activity inside the house only seems to be getting worse, so what exactly followed him in from that shed? If you've ever caught something on camera that gave you chills, or if there's a haunted video out there you think deserves a spot in our next compilation, send it my way at mr.vokran@gmail.com. Now let's get back to it. Not long ago, a woman sent her brother-in-law a clip from her home security camera, a recording that has left her uneasy since the first moment she saw it. That day, she was alone in the kitchen when the outdoor camera picked her up passing by a window and automatically started recording. But something else can be seen passing by in that video, something she can't explain. Through a narrow gap in the window, this woman can be seen moving around inside the kitchen. She steps into frame, leans over, and moves away moments later. But just as she starts to leave the view, a shadow-like figure appears behind her. The dark shape stands completely upright, as if it's staring at her while it follows her out of frame. But as always, I'll let you draw your own conclusions.